LCD screen with Apple CarPlay and Android. 4-cylinder, fully turbo diesel, and space for my entire family. We can count on Jack to get us there safely and comfortably.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, body of Jaleel Westby found in Port Loyola. Prime Minister comments on new birth control regulations and the rising cost of fuel. And murder accused Ellis Main's preliminary inquiry adjourned again. These stories and more up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
Newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
A year ago, on March 17, 2025, Builders Hardware introduced something new for Belize, our online store. For the first time, customers could explore thousands of products, place their orders, and complete their purchases entirely online. Whether you're nearby or in another district, you can browse what you need, place your order, and have it delivered directly to you. And for those who prefer to pick up their items, our smart lockers make it quick and simple. Just scan your code and your order is ready. Every day, more and more people across the country have begun turning to the platform as a faster and more convenient way to shop with Builders Hardware. Along the way, many customers have also found added benefits online, from special website offers to rewards for those signing up for the first time. All of this is just another step towards making our products more accessible to communities across Belize, bringing our store closer to you wherever you are.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. Belize Electricity Limited. We continue to serve you.
Welcome to Plus News for today, Friday, April 10th. I am LJ Wade. Police have launched an investigation into the fatal shooting of 18-year-old Jaleel Westby, whose body was discovered in a bush area near the Port of Belize Limited on Friday morning. Officers from the Precinct 2 Crimes Investigation Branch responded to the scene around 8 a.m., where they found Westby lying face down with apparent gunshot injuries. Preliminary information indicates that Westby, a fisherman of Junior Street, was last seen on Thursday afternoon after leaving home around 3 p.m. with a 16-year-old companion to go fishing. After he failed to return, his mother reported him missing to police early Friday. Authorities subsequently conducted searches in areas the pair commonly visited, leading to the discovery of Westby's body approximately a mile and a half behind the port. Investigations are ongoing, and police are appealing to the public for any information that may assist in the case. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reminding the public that certain contraceptives require a doctor's prescription to ensure safe and appropriate use. Health officials noted that hormonal contraceptives, including birth control pills, patches, and injections, can have significant effects on the body and are not suitable for everyone. The ministry explained that healthcare providers assesses each patient's medical history and current health status before prescribing these methods. Key risk factors considered during evaluations include a history of blood clots or stroke, high blood pressure, smoking habits, migraines, and other underlying conditions. This process helps ensure patients receive the safest and most suitable contraceptive option. The minister stressed that prescription requirements are not intended to limit access. In many cases, doctors can issue contraceptives for extended periods, with refills available for up to 12 months, supporting both convenience and continuity of care. Officials added that consultations for contraceptive services also provide opportunities for broader health support, including screening for STIs, reproductive health counseling, and preventative services such as pap smears and general checkups. Concern has been raised from certain sectors of the society about the new regulations and the possibility that it will hinder easy access to birth control. Authorities of the Ministry of Health and Wellness have informed that the Director of Health will be addressing those concerns with the media next week, Monday. As we stated, certain sectors of the Belize public are in arms following the Ministry of Health and Wellness's latest press release, which states that female patients must consult with doctors before receiving birth control pills, patches, and injections. Health officials say doctors carefully review each patient's medical history and overall health before recommending these contraceptives. They consider important risk factors such as previous blood clots or strokes, high blood pressure, smoking, migraines, and other existing health conditions. Today, we caught up with the Prime Minister, who responded to the public's concerns regarding the adjustment to how birth control will be distributed. According to the PM, the law was already in place, but it was not being implemented. PM Briseno stated that the ministry is looking at potential adjustments.
From what we have been told in cabinet, well, before this thing happened, that these things were already the law, but it was not being implemented. And so they believe that it is time to be able to implement some of these laws that have been in place. It's not a law that we're changing. It's been there. It's been in the books. There have been a lot of abuse when it comes to some of these medicines that should be given by prescription. For instance, in the United States, you can't buy antibiotics. Sorry, yeah, that's the right word. The title, antibiotics of 800, or prescription of 800 milligrams or above. You have to get a prescription because there's a lot of abuse. Also, doctors will tell you if you take a lot of antibiotics, eventually your body starts to reject it. So when you're really sick, you might not be able to be able. On the issue of birth control, of course, you know, I get it last night when Rosanna saw it and she was like, what's wrong with you when it comes to contraceptives, because it's important to make this easy for women to avoid unwanted pregnancies, and I agree with her. And then I know that the technicians at the Ministry of Health will say, well, it is known that some of these birth control pills can cause what? I know they said cancer or blood clots or whatever he said. And she was saying, okay, what data do you have to support that in Belize? So I agree with her. And sometimes, you know, for want of the perfect, you know, we mess up with the greater good for people, and this is just such a case. So we need to sit down with the Ministry of Health to talk about it and see how best we could navigate around.
The Port of Belize expansion project has received environmental clearance from the Department of Environment. After the NEAC convened on the 2nd of April, environmental clearance was given to the expansion project, both with strict conditions. Among its key recommendations are proper containment of suspended materials during dredging, the installation of an effective dewatering system, and careful handling of dredged material according to its classification. The committee also warned that the project could impact water, land, and air quality during both construction and operations. For the proposed mangrove island to be used for dredge disposal, NEAC stressed the need for strong engineering and safety standards, along with ongoing monitoring of mangrove and coastal forest growth. Beyond environmental concerns, the committee is also urging measures to support nearby communities, including improved traffic management, flood mitigation, job creation, opportunities for small businesses, and the establishment of a system for residents to raise concerns. Despite the strict conditions, numerous NGOs still believe that there are major environmental risks if the project is to go through all its phases. The Prime Minister was asked to comment on the project receiving environmental clearance.
Well, with the NGO community, you could never get their full support, and that's their right. We are going to address it, whatever it is that they believe that is being based, but we're going to do the right thing. It is time for us to build a cruise port for Belize and a new container port, and we have to do it, but we have to do it right, protecting the environment as best as we can. If you build a house, you change your environment. So obviously there's going to be some effects, but what we need to do is to mitigate them, and to try to minimize them as best as we possibly can. And that is my commitment, and that's the commitment of our government, that we're going to do the best to mitigate the environmental issues, but to ensure that we can build a world-class port for the people of this country.
Since the clearance, the government is now working out the terms of reference before meeting with potential investors to assist in constructing the cruise port. Is the government of Belize cushioning the blow for Belizeans at the gas pumps? According to the Prime Minister, yes. Over the past few weeks, regular and premium gasoline have registered 2 increases, while the cost of diesel registered 1. Regular gasoline is currently at $14.80 per gallon, while premium stands at $14.62 per gallon, and diesel costs around $14.50 per gallon. Following the increases, many Belizeans criticized the government for not lowering GOB's tax take on the price of fuel to cushion the blow for the country. But according to the PM, they have been cutting the taxes on the fuel.
As to fuel, we have been cutting the taxes already. We are giving up about $60 million already. 60, that's what I said, 60 million in a house. I think now what happened, because now we just gave up now on gasoline, on premium. Yeah, we just gave up some taxes on the premium. We're not giving the entire increases to the public. We're being cutting. So I believe that now that just happened, was it this week? Sunday. So I think that when you include that, probably it'll be close to $80 million. Remember, $200 million, we are getting $200 million of excise taxes on fuel. And so it is a big lick. It's hurting us. I had the Ministry of Finance prepare a cabinet paper to our colleagues, so our colleagues could also, they know, but I want to make sure that they understand, guys, we will need to look how we're going to spend. We need to see where we can curtail spending. We need to be able to, especially do the carpooling with government employees, whereby, instead of then they're up and down, if they could carpool to be able to reduce the fuel. We already have a system in place whereby we chuck your vehicle, and after hours we shut it down if possible. That already is saving us a few $1 million. So we need to look in every which way where we can curtail. If there are certain areas in Capital 2 spending that we can hold back, at least until we know what's going to happen, then we will do so.
The Ministry of Transport has responded to the requests made by the Belize Bus Association, stating that Cabinet will not be increasing bus fares for commuters and that no subsidies or tax breaks will be given at this time. In a letter dated March 30th, the BBA's president, Philip Jones, formally appealed to the Minister of Transport for relief, citing a significant rise in operational expenses. The BBA outlined several possible measures for consideration, including exemptions from general sales tax on fuel, tires, and parts, the provision of subsidies to operators, or approval for an increase in bus fares. Today, CEO within the ministry, Chester Williams, wrote to the BBA stating that the cabinet is refusing to increase bus fares. On the other 2 points raised by the BBA, Williams asked for patience, stating that cabinet is not expecting prices to continue rising, but noted that if prices do continue to rise, then cabinet would revisit the BBA's requests. Following the response, the BBA announced that they will be having an emergency meeting to decide the way forward. We'll take our first break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
A year ago, on March 17, 2025, Builders Hardware introduced something new for Belize, our online store. For the first time, customers could explore thousands of products, place their orders, and complete their purchases entirely online. Whether you're nearby or in another district, you can browse what you need, place your order, and have it delivered directly to you. And for those who prefer to pick up their items, our smart lockers make it quick and simple. Just scan your code and your order is ready. Every day, more and more people across the country have begun turning to the platform as a faster and more convenient way to shop with Builders Hardware. Along the way, many customers have also found added benefits online, from special website offers to rewards for those signing up for the first time. All of this is just another step towards making our products more accessible to communities across Belize, bringing our store closer to you wherever you are.
Drop it like it's hot.
For any project, big or small, Best Screws provide strength, efficiency, durability, and affordability. Get the screws specifically designed for your next project. Get Best Screws, the power to build, the strength to last. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Flowers are more than petals and stems. They are messages. They speak when words fall short. At Bow and Our Flowers, every arrangement tells a story of love, gratitude, comfort, and celebration of moments that matter. From heartfelt condolences to joyful milestones and everyday surprises, we treat your moments as if they are our own. We're more than a flower shop. We create customized gift baskets filled with adorable items, making every gift truly unforgettable. At Bow and Our Flowers, our promise is simple: quality, heart, and arrangements that create long-lasting memories. Visit us in Nopan or Spanish Lookout. Contact us. Bow and Our Flowers, where every flower has a purpose and every gift hits the heart.
Development is not something that can be achieved only by the government or only by the community. It is always a partnership. It's always a partnership. Government, our development partners, the community, Belizeans, all working together, united for one common purpose. And what is that one common purpose? To build a good country, a better country, where all Belizeans will have an equal
Today's handover is more than an infrastructure project. It is a demonstration of our promise, a commitment to the well-being of your children, and to the future of your community.
One of the things that we have been supporting at the national level is something called the Multidimensional Poverty Index. What that shows is that we look at poverty and deprivation not only as a matter of lack of income, but if you don't have access to housing, safe housing, or access to education or access to water, is also some of those things that are measured, so you get a more complete picture of what needs to be addressed.
It's not fair that children, because they live in rural Toledo, don't have the opportunity to see those things, touch those things, use those things, simply because you live in a small village way to the back. That is not the kind of society we want in Belize. We want one where every child has the same opportunity. Every child drinks the same clean water. Every child has the same opportunity to education, same access to computer technology and everything that comes along with that. And that's what we want.
Welcome back. A 41-year-old businessman from Lords Bank, Ladyville, has been convicted for drug possession following his appearance in the Belize City Magistrates Court on Friday. Derek Dion Oliveira was fined a total of $605 after pleading guilty to possession of 90 grams of cannabis. The original charge of possession with intent to supply was reduced to simple possession, which Oliveira accepted. He appeared unrepresented before Magistrate David Edmond in Court Number 5, where the court imposed a non-custodial sentence of a $600 fine plus $5 in court costs. He was given until the 9th of June to pay, in default of which he will serve 3 months in prison. In delivering the sentence, Magistrate Edmond considered several mitigating factors, including Oliveira's cooperation with police, his early guilty plea, and the relatively small quantity of the drug. The court also noted the seriousness of the offense despite the amount not being considered excessive. According to police, the arrest followed a joint operation conducted on April 8th by the Gang Intelligence Unit, K9 Unit, and Narcotics Unit in the Ladyville area, targeting known drug peddlers. During a search of Oliveira's residence in Lords Bank, officers reportedly informed him of the operation and asked if he had any illegal items to declare. He admitted to having cannabis on his bed. A subsequent search, assisted by the K9 unit, led to the discovery of additional quantities of suspected cannabis in the bedroom. Oliveira was then detained and charged following the discovery. The preliminary inquiry for Ellis Main, who is facing charges of murder and attempted murder, was adjourned once again when the matter came up in the Belize City Magistrates Court earlier today. Main, also known as Juice, appeared unrepresented before the Chief Magistrate in Court Number 1, where he was informed that the hearing could not proceed due to the absence of court documents. The court explained that the file remains in the Independence Magistrates Court and had not been transferred in time for the scheduled hearing. As a result, the matter was adjourned until the 22nd of April, when the PI is now expected to commence in Belize City. The court noted that Main was previously served with full disclosure in the case, consisting of 81 pages of documents and 22 photographs on the 23rd of February. The inquiry was initially scheduled to begin on April 8th in Independence, but was later reassigned to the Belize City Magistrates Court under the direction of the Chief Magistrate. Maine is accused of the April 2024 murder of Placentia resident Roy Lee Burgess, who was fatally shot, as well as the attempted murder of American national Maya James, who survived a gunshot wound to the head. He was deported from the United States on the 12th of September of last year, and upon arrival in Belize, he was taken into custody by authorities and formally charged in connection with the incidents. Belize's Millennium Challenge Compact is back on track after months of uncertainty, but not without significant changes. The US-funded agreement, valued at $125 million, remains intact following difficult negotiations with the new US administration. However, the revised deal shifts priorities, cutting education funding from $74 million to $54 million US, while nearly doubling the allocation for energy from $21 million to $42 million. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Education, Francis Fonseca, says the adjustments were essential to preserve the compact, emphasizing that Belize still stands to benefit. He acknowledged the difficult concessions were made, adding that the focus now turns to ensuring the updated agreement delivers meaningful outcomes.
As the Minister of Education, I was very happy with the original structure of the plan, the compact, which saw about 80% of the funds going into education, 20% into energy. Now it's about 60-40, 60 into education, 40 into, a new administration came in the US, and they wanted to review the MCC. As you all know, for a while there, we were in limbo. We didn't quite know whether or not the compact would continue, any at all. That was under review. We're very happy that we were able, through discussions, to get them to agree to continue with the program. And in that process, we had to make certain compromises, and one of them was that we had to shift more funds into the energy sector plan, and less into education.
Can you explain why they're placing less priority on education?
Just their priorities, their new priorities, and we felt that given the 60% investment in education, it was still critically important, and we wanted to proceed.
Amala Mai is currently in the process of moving on from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as its CEO. Mai has spent the last 5 years as the CEO within the ministry, but in February of this year, her contract came to an end. And according to the PM, Mai is not seeking a renewal.
The Office of the Prime Minister is not moving Amala Mai as CEO. Amala Mai asked for a 1-year contract. She had a 1-year contract. In February, she gave me a letter saying that she would not renew her contract. The Prime Minister, CEOs are named by the Prime Minister, but obviously has to be in consultations with their respective ministers. And in this instance, I think there's a mutual understanding between the CEO and the minister that probably CEO Mai wanting another challenge, something else different. She's been doing this for the past 5 years. And the minister's feeling that, okay, this is an ample opportunity to be able to bring in a new CEO and to either continue with what's going well, because there's a lot of good work we've been doing in the ministry. And if there's any adjustments that we can do, this is a perfect opportunity to do so.
So, if Mai will no longer be the CEO within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, is an ambassador role in her future? Here's what the PM had to say.
Amalia is, I think, among our best diplomats that we have in Belize. And we're working on how we're going to use her. We want to use Amalia, but also I'm talking with Minister Fonseca for us to be able to sit down to decide on who he believes to be the best person to take over from Amalia.
So she'll get an ambassador.
And then once that is done, then we could decide where we're going to put Amalia Mai, but we will use Amalia's work talent.
We'll take one last break and be back. Stay tuned.
A year ago, on March 17, 2025, Builders Hardware introduced something new for Belize, our online store. For the first time, customers could explore thousands of products, place their orders, and complete their purchases entirely online. Whether you're nearby or in another district, you can browse what you need, place your order, and have it delivered directly to you. And for those who prefer to pick up their items, our smart lockers make it quick and simple. Just scan your code and your order is ready. Every day, more and more people across the country have begun turning to the platform as a faster and more convenient way to shop with Builders Hardware. Along the way, many customers have also found added benefits online, from special website offers to rewards for those signing up for the first time. All of this is just another step towards making our products more accessible to communities across Belize, bringing our store closer to you wherever you are.
Flowers are more than petals and stems. They are messages. They speak when words fall short. At Bow and Our Flowers, every arrangement tells a story of love, gratitude, comfort, and celebration of moments that matter. From heartfelt condolences to joyful milestones and everyday surprises, we treat your moments as if they are our own. We're more than a flower shop. We create customized gift baskets filled with adorable items, making every gift truly unforgettable. At Bow and Our Flowers, our promise is simple: quality, heart, and arrangements that create long-lasting memories. Visit us in Nopan or Spanish Lookout. Contact us. Bow and Our Flowers, where every flower has a purpose and every gift hits the heart.
Look here, your kitchen light there and you've been in the kitchen. But I'm going back in there right now. And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep my coffee warm for later.
What do you do now?
I'll try to think more if you eat.
You know the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool. For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC, they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Smart for everybody. Smart leading everything. Smart give you everything. Smart offer everything. Smart give you everything. North to the east and the south and the west. Smart are the best. Darling, double up my data and give me all the text. In fact, give me a plan for my family. Unlimited calls so me like it. And Smart make everybody feel happy. Bringing people together, me want it now. Smart got love for everybody. Me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. Me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. More bundles, data plan. Me want my smartphone, internet in my hand. Call me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. Smart. Stay connected. Stay happy.
This is a Jack X200. This is a very recommendable vehicle. Storage capacity to the max, right? Fuel efficient, easy rider, AC not a play, the pump, comfortable, and it carry me to all my destination. I can count on Jack to take me and my packages where I need to go. I recommend it anytime. We're the best from the West.
The National Agriculture and Trade Show Committee, under the Ministry of Agriculture, has announced the winners of the 2026 Farmer of the Year competition. All three honors were awarded to farmers from the Kayo district. Mr. Saul Amesh was named Male Farmer of the Year. Mrs. Yolma Pokasgre received Female Farmer of the Year. And Mr. Heshua Sib was recognized as Junior Farmer of the Year. In a statement, the committee commended the winners for their dedication, innovation, and commitment to advancing agriculture in Belize. It noted that their contributions play a vital role in strengthening the sector and sustaining its importance to the national economy. The committee also expressed appreciation to all participants and judges involved in this year's competition, as well as to farmers nationwide for their continued contributions to food security, rural livelihoods, and national development. The public is reminded that the National Agriculture and Trade Show 2026 is scheduled to take place from the 30th of April to the 3rd of May under the theme Advancing Smart Agriculture, Building a Climate Resilient and Sustainable Belizean Food System. And that's the news. Thank you for joining us. From all of us here at Plus TV, have a good night and God bless.